Alright, Ms. William, welcome to the channel. So I just finished the drawing like this, but still I feel like still missing something. So I read a lot of like tutorials as well as like study a lot of illustrators as your artist on YouTube on Pixiv. By the way, if you don't know, Pixiv is like a Japanese like a art sharing platform. Okay, I believe I found a lot of artists that's going pretty crazy with the illustrations eyes. So this is like my previous drawing. Okay, and after a few like a few months of study, I now draw like this, but still I feel that it kind of lacking like the wow factor. It's just like a normal drawing, so I want to like push myself even further and apply what I learned. Try to just experiment a bit because this is the first time I want to try this. Is that I want to like add an eye, and I want to like modify the eye a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to add a eye layers, and try to achieve that. Okay. So first thing, if I look at the girl's eye right now, it's kind of okay, but it's still lacking. The first thing, obviously, is the shadow. Okay. So I'm going to adding the shadow area here, but the shadow area is I don't know, maybe supposed to like be the uppermost. So if you like finish all the detail and then added the shadow like last. So I don't know whether you should like add this the first step while you draw or you do a last step. I don't know, and I don't think it's really matter that much because you can change the order of layers. So I'm going to do that first because it's a relatively easy thing to do. So I'm going to make a hint of a curved ball here. Okay, and I'm going to just gently cover what's like above area like this. Okay, and then of course you can add more by doing something like this. So what I'm going to do is to just write a nice curve here. Okay, and go up and go all the way to the left. Hopefully that will be suffice. And of course you can shift and F5 to decrease opacity a lot. Okay, I'm going to get a color and using like a color dropper and make it more saturated as well as dark. Okay, but do decrease the whole opacity. Okay, so it should have some sort of effect like this, and I'm going to deselect things, and I got like the shadow. So it will be with shadow, without shadow. Okay, with shadow definitely got like a interesting thing here, and yeah. So there will be the like eye shadow part. I'm going to make it like the topmost area. Whatever I did will be like a below. Okay. So I'm thinking this girl will be I don't know, maybe at a beach. So if it's go like a beach, she will have a maybe facing the sea, and while she's facing the sea, she should have some like reflection of the sea. Okay, or maybe a sea as well as sky. I'm not sure. I just want to add that as sort of like a reflection. But I've seen a lot of artists like going crazy in the eye and like even draw like a miniature sort of like a sea in the eye. But I want to like add some sort of like a realism. So I don't want like anything that crazy. So I'm trying to use a different brush for that. So you can try like a watercolor brush, or you can use like oily brush, which is a brush that I really like. But yeah, I already tried like oil brush, so I'm going to go with the water color brush for now, and I'm going to get the irises. Start from the irises. Okay, maybe just add a little bit of reflection. So I'm going to get that eyedropper color and make it tilted. All right, tilted to the blackish area here, but I like it to go like a brighter. Maybe add a little bit of light. Okay, so decrease opacity a ton, just adding a hint of a reflection. So like maybe something like this. Okay, maybe that's too little. Like something like this. Okay, definitely not bright enough. So here, okay, maybe not bright enough. Do something like this. Oh, it's a multiply. It's a multiply. I like it just to go normal. Okay. Do something like this, and I'm going to like go smaller and more decrease opacity, but brighter. Okay. Okay, really good. And there's definitely going to be a reflection at the top area, so I'm going to do that as well. So the top area, like a slide it, get maybe upper, brighter, brighter. Okay, and let's zoom it out. Okay, it's really subtle, so you might feel a little bit like a weird. You actually like brush very inside, but you know, you can have a very good feeling when you actually like going out. I'm going to use a soft round brush just to get the base ready and get a more like a prominent reflection. Okay, let's try this. So here. Something here, and here in the center. All right, that's really good and really powerful already. And since I'm going to add details, so I have to add a more realism. So I'm thinking maybe tilt it a little bit to the purplish color, and make it like a dark purplish. So first I'm going to add a round of dark purplish color, and then add a more light purplish color, maybe tilted blue, just to mix things around, just to experiment a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to add all these hints. Okay, so it's not like it's going to be a too anime sort of a like an anime cartoonish, but rather just to go from anime to a semi-realistic sort of feeling. So I'm going to increase this, but like a decrease, just to have a more variation here. Okay, hopefully this will work. Right side, do remember to add it to the both side, so we won't get like a too weird. Okay, so I got this irises was like a round irises, something like this. Okay, and I'm going to group all this. Oh, not artboard, sorry. Right click, the new group on layer. There will be like the eye modification. Okay, so it's like the original one. Okay, modified one. Okay, and adding a little bit of like a interesting stuff in the eye. Okay, and yeah, it looks more varied, but not necessarily good. It's, I think, a little bit weird. So I might like change the whole like eyelashes color in order to fit it. Okay, yeah, let's continue. It will be bad when you first see it, but it's not finished. It's not finished, so I have to add more. And I believe but the whiteness like in the center is not good enough, so I have to do that a little bit of verification as well. So let's tilt it out a little bit blue. Okay, and I'm going to use blue to adding a little bit variation, so it's not like 100% purple, but a little bit of blue. Okay, and I believe I can use this as another layer to like a walk around this circle area and make it wider. Okay, so I'm going to make this circle area not so weird, not just doing this round circle-ish movements, and yeah, and maybe make it like a purplish, brightish color. Okay, just like a spin around. Okay, and I believe because you know the sun coming from up and shooting all the way down, so here this area should be brighter. So I'm going to get this color, make it brighter, and brush. Okay, I'm going to just move this area, make it brighter a little bit. And here, I think the opacity is too low, so we'll just be too subtle. I don't want that. I'm going to make it much more, you know, not so subtle, if you will. Okay, so erase this part a little bit. Okay, so it's definitely much more interesting. Okay, this is like a width modification without. Okay, this seems a little bit flat, but add that, it kind of have something in between. Okay, and I believe I can add a little bit detail here. Let me just add another layer. So there will be the like the irises, and there will be the eyelashes, and we'll get like a really small, got a high round pressure sort of thing. Increase that. I believe just to add a little bit hint. Okay, so here we got a just a tiny little bit detail, but you need to add this in order to like show the character. Okay, and okay, so got something like this here, and yeah, and still it does not have that wow factor. It just to add more detail. So how to make it like even more transparent and even more bright? I'm going to try the hard round brush, so it's really risky, and got this like a bluish, really light color. And I'm going to try this. Okay, to like the really dark. Okay, it's definitely not bright enough. Like a really bright opacity, like increase that. So it's really risky. Okay, it's really risky here. Got something like this, and got some like a smaller dots. Okay, so got something like this. Okay, so it's alright. The shadow area here. That's the reason. Okay, I'm going to get something like here, and got this corner area. Okay, so yeah, so basically I'm going to show this as like a ball surface, and you can like decrease this, so don't worry about that. So I'm going to turn that to 100% just to make sure that I know where it should go, where it puts. Maybe add a little bit hint here. Okay. Maybe too much. Just like this. Okay, and I'm going to decrease the opacity a little bit because I don't want it to be like a really simple and contain a dot. Maybe adjust with the filter and adding a solo blur. Gaussian blur should do. Okay, and some of the eyeshadow maybe a little bit, but you don't want the eyeshadow to be like a great knocked box. There's a little Gaussian. Okay, that's definitely too much. Okay, this is better. And the irises definitely needs a little bit. Okay, maybe not too much, just a little bit. If we got too much, it will just lose all the detail. Okay, just a little bit. Okay. Now let's compare this. Okay, so with the modification without. Okay, this is definitely much more refined. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, with the modification without, with the modification, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, and yeah, I believe I can add in some of the color area at the top of the like the eyelashes as well. So I'm going to get maybe the color here. Okay, just use the brush and decrease opacity and just have some sort of a color area here. Okay, and color area here. I believe I can maybe use a lasso tool to do that, but I'm still not too sure about this. So let me just quickly do this. Okay, and I believe I can get some part of the like eye here erased. So what I'm going to do to make it like a kind of disappear by using color to like paint over this. So I don't want it to be have a really definite edges. Okay, without edges, it seems a little more natural rather than like got a really like thin eyelashes. I don't want that. So let's try this. Okay, just expand this a little bit. Expand this as well as expand here a little bit as well. Okay, I'm going to expand what's inside as well. So got a maybe just to change the size of irises, make it like a bigger. Okay. Right. That's definitely better. That's definitely better. Okay. Let's compare this too. Okay. Alright, that's definitely better. So yeah, a quick takeaway. You don't need to have the eye like completely covered with the black outline. You can just erase some parts, especially the side here. Okay, I believe the model that I built is not like completely covered with the black line. Okay, and yeah, I believe this area may be too thick. We're going to get some part of the bluish area here. Just expand a little bit. So you can take some part of the blue, make it a little narrower. Yeah, I believe I just like a Gaussian blur. Get some part of the the eyelashes detail disappeared. That doesn't really matter. I want to leave some stroke and show that I did it by hand, not some photoshopped thing. Okay, that's really much better. Really much better. If you compare that with the modified version without changing Y, with the changing Y, do you have some like a reflection? And I believe, can I just duplicate this just to like emphasize the effect? I'm going to emphasize the effect. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay, and can I just duplicate this again? Get a really emphasized effect. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay, so emphasized by like doing them multiple times. So it's without emphasize, change, emphasize, and emphasize. Okay, I think that's really interesting. If I emphasize them multiple times, it give a really interesting feeling. And I'm going to do something crazy. Okay, I'm going to merge this, and I'm going to merge this, and I'm going to using multiple blur filter as well as changing opacity. So Gaussian blur is my friend, one of the the favorite tool that I use. Okay, so here I should go from the top. Okay, I'm going to blur this, blur. Okay, maybe blur too much. Okay, maybe something like this. Okay, just blur a bit and decrease this and blur this as well, and decrease opacity a bit. Okay, I can just duplicate this blur. Yeah, I can just duplicate blur. Okay, and can I change that to like a different settings? Okay, can lighten, dark. Oh my gosh, color dodge. That's very interesting. If I use like a color dodge, the result is completely different. Linear dodge. Can I just add like a linear dodge button, put it like down below? Okay. Let's see the result. So if I don't add this, it should be something like this. Okay, and add this, but make it brighter. Okay, I'm going to move it down, so it won't change too much of the brightness. Zoom it out. Okay, that's definitely better. Okay, it's not so flat right now, so I'm going to get everything inside of it to the eye modification. Okay, so without eye modification, it will be something like this. With the eye modification, we get something like this. Okay, definitely more lively. Yeah. Okay, of course you can adjust. So for example, if you don't want this like a color dodged layer, or you don't want too much of the shadow area, you can just get rid of this. Okay, and you can get another feeling, another result. Yeah, so a quick takeaway is that I use the really soft round brush to make the center not too solid, a little bit transparent, and adding a light color at above, and a lasso area that have a like a semi-transparent dark color as a shadow, and make the like a lower part more bright, and then add multiple layer as a Gaussian blur. That's what I did. Okay, so yeah. I know it may be not perfect. Yeah, it's definitely not the perfect way of doing things, but I'm still learning, and that's its result. I just want to be completely honest with you guys. That's the result I get. And if you got like a more interesting way of doing things, do please share in the comments, and yeah, other people who watch this video can also learn from you. Okay, so yeah, that's all. And I believe maybe next video I'm going to add a little bit background. Right now I don't know how to draw background. Okay, so I might like train myself to draw a little bit like anime background, and maybe mix that with the grease pencil. Maybe bring that to like a 3D settings in Blender. Yeah, see you next video. And don't forget, please give the video a thumb up if you think my video is helpful, and if you want to support me, yeah, please give me a thumb up and subscribe.